All right, so we live now. We gonna wait a little bit and let the fans build up, get here because this was ridiculous, man.
This is a big thing. Pause. I mean, I can't remember the last upset of this caliber.
This is
Oh, is
crazy.
that the
What up,
Golden
Ma?
Boys?
Yo, man.
Man, we didn't even. I didn't even do the intro yet. I'm letting the people build up a little bit before we start. That's what I'm gonna start
Bro,
doing. You know.
me, Wanda was watching shit, and even my son was looking at me funny though. We was like, "What the fuck, man?" Both one of my sisters got the zone. She called me. She was watching the shit. My other sister, who normally be on the chat sometimes, she couldn't get in, bro. I called her. She was about to.
Maul, Maul,
She,
when you hit me up, I was shocked still. I don't even really know what to say.
like I said,
Oh,
man,
we gonna
all
we gonna
things.
get to it. We definitely
Yeah,
gonna
we
get
gonna
to
get
it.
to it. Yeah, that shit was.
Crazy, you know?
It was just. Hold on a second. I'm just putting a link out for everybody, so that way the people that are not aware, they can be aware that there's a new king. And I was talking down on him just a few days ago.
Yeah, man, we were talking some aggressive shit about Andy Ruiz, but props to him, man.
Yeah, 1 second.
Now the question is, will Pat join this call?
Okay, this. All right, go ahead, Ma. You can intro us. What happened to the golden voice? I'm about to do it. It's
Mom,
good,
where you at?
man. That man may really be faded.
All right, let's
All
do
right.
it.
Well, let's get to it. What up, y'all? This your boy News, representing Ringside Rave all day. Y'all know what it is with me, man. Today, or tonight, shall I say, it's episode 56, special emergency episode of the Fade Hour. We had to cast together like the Rescue Rangers or something because all
This
hell
shit
is
is
broke loose,
crazy,
man.
B.
All hell is broke loose. I got the lemon haze with me, so you know I'm
Oh,
feeling real good. Go ahead, smoke.
Yo, so what up, y'all? It's your boy Smoke. I got some whiskey on deck. I got the mimosa and cherry pie. So, but all of that can't even ground me from what just happened. So let's get to it.
yeah, man. This your boy Maul, man. I'm normally hosting, but my phone is acting up, and I don't even want to host tonight. Like I got my vape pen here. I'm hyped.
No,
I'm
this is
just trying to
fun.
not just go in. I'm a step. Yeah, man. I'm ready. I'm ready.
All right, so I'll give a quick little recap since Maul you don't want to. So tonight was Andy Ruiz versus Anthony Joshua, and Anthony Joshua was originally supposed to face Jarrell Miller. Jarrell Miller failed like what 3 drug tests, something like that, and Andy Ruiz was brought in as a last minute replacement. By last minute,
Mhm.
I mean what, a month ago.
A month or so ago.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So Andy Ruiz got knocked down in I think it was the 3rd round.
Yes.
And between the 3rd round and the 6th round, he firmly beat the living shit out of Anthony Joshua. And not like the type of beating where you have a bunch of bruises on your face, but Anthony Joshua will probably never be the same again. So, news, being a fan of Deontay Wilder, do you have anything to say
No.
about this?
Before I gotta before news answer that. I gotta give News his credit. He has always said, "I don't take a UK fighter serious until you bring your ass across that pond and prove yourself."
You got to come over here, man.
All
It's
He
right.
has
all good. It's all
always
nice.
have
It's a fight,
always
you know.
said it. News is he has said it before. before we started doing the fade out, has always said this, and here we fucking are.
All
Yeah,
right.
man.
So
Anthony Joshua comes over to the United States. He doesn't take Andy Ruiz seriously, which you can't blame him for not taking. Well, no, you can't blame him. I
Yeah, he
cannot
was
take Andy
pressing him.
Ruiz serious. I'm not fighting him. I'm not fighting him. I cannot take him serious. But Anthony Joshua obviously didn't take Andy Ruiz serious. He must have got caught up in the hoopla of coming to the United States for the first time, being in New York City, fighting Madison Square Garden. Dare I say, the moment was too big for Anthony Joshua. The moment of fighting
Yep.
in Madison Square Garden was too big for him. He's fighting in Wembley, he's fighting in the O2 Arena, all this stuff. That's cool. But you fighting in front of your friends and family. You know, that's
The
easy to do.
comforts. The
That's
comfort.
easy to do. When you got to fight in the next man's backyard, and that's not even Andy Ruiz's backyard.
Nope.
But you fought on this American soil, and what happens? It's over. Deontay Wilder versus Anthony Joshua,
It's over.
it's over.
No matter
The
Deontay
whole
Wilder can go lose to Ortiz and then win the belt, but like no matter, even if it is over with. What it would
all
have
the
been is over with.
all the talk about Anthony
Game
Joshua is
over.
this. All of that talk about Anthony Joshua is this. Anthony Joshua's that. Deontay Wilder's a bum. He haven't fought nobody. His chin is weak. Who got stopped?
yo, so
Who got yes?
Who got
Yeah.
stopped?
so
Yes.
You know what I mean?
There is
And
He can't move his hand.
Can't move his head.
Excuse me.
Can't move his head. Got gassed and didn't have a plan B when he tried to box him Ruiz and was getting boxed. His head boxed off. Had no plan B. Man, he was done.
Right,
so
man.
would you guys say that this moment was the most embarrassing boxing moment for superstar in quite some time?
Yes. And this is
Yeah.
not no hot take because who
And
got embarrassed like this before?
so
Yeah.
it's, Mikey Garcia, my favorite fighter, one of my favorite fighters, just got humiliated and
Man, Mikey Garcia has never reached the level that Anthony Joshua was at. Anthony Joshua is hyped up
Mikey
as a pay-per-view star. He's
and
hyped up as
everybody
I'm sorry. Anthony Joshua's hyped up as a pay-per-view star, as an idol, as everybody wants to be him. This dude is making $30-40 million a fight and all that. All that's over.
yes,
all
and
that's
Mikey
over.
Garcia,
We
we
talking
been
about
knew he was gonna lose before that fight. So that's
Hey.
why it wasn't embarrassing. That wasn't surprising because we all picked that to happen.
man,
Regardless.
yeah, Mikey Garcia has nothing to do with this. He's not at this level of Anthony Joshua.
No.
This is like the Warriors going to the finals and losing to the Raptors or something like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
this
this was
is
supposed to be. And shout out to Moot too. I see him in the chat. And
Oh,
shout out
what
to
up,
Trick
Moot?
as well. Yeah.
that's my boy.
What up, Moot?
yep,
Uh, So you think that this is the biggest upset in boxing and how long?
This is the biggest since this is the biggest in the 2000s, easily.
Man, as far as the heavyweights, this is the biggest upset that I remember since maybe Vladimir Klitschko lost to Lamont Brewster.
I was gonna say Klitschko Sanders,
Nah,
Klitschko Sanders.
but he wasn't at that level yet. What up?
right.
Yo, P's in the house.
What up, what up?
He said-
What up?
What up, P? He lost
I
to
was gonna-
Brewster. He lost to Brewster after he lost to Corey Sanders. He got the
Okay.
belt back, and then he got knocked out by Lamont Brewster.
Yo,
So yeah,
P is,
Nah, all things considered, all the things that was at stake on the table, and this is the
all
biggest.
that.
This is the big. That's why this is the biggest upset of the 2000s in boxing.
Hey man,
since
Bomb
Rahman
Squad.
and
Deontay
Medic.
Wilder won without fighting. He won twice.
Yep.
He won twice. He got the viral KO of Dominic Brazil. Then he
Oh,
got
he
the
did more
KO
than
of Anthony Joshua and Eddie Hearn and Matchroom Boxing. Because with Anthony Joshua losing, that really puts a dent into all that UK hype.
Not only that, he
He
didn't.
lost to
wasn't
Andy
like-
Ruiz, bro.
and it wasn't like he lost by getting
short
stopped
notice.
late in the 10th or the
He
11th
lost to
or the
Andy Ruiz
12th
on short
round.
notice.
In the 7th round.
He
In the
quit.
7th round. Not like I said, not like in the last minute of the 11th or the 12th. In the 7th fucking round, he got beat. You can say whatever about the stoppage, whatever. He was eventually gonna get his ass knocked out. It was going to happen.
So, would you guys say that Anthony Joshua lost on a close TKO, or that he was embarrassed and got his
Embarrassed.
He
got
quit. He quit.
yes.
T, would you
Yes.
call it a humiliating first experience in the United States?
Yes, because he quit.
And
Yeah.
you're in New York. What's the pulse like there?
I just got. I'm late because I just got off the phone with my boy, my coworker who used to box, and like he knows people that know Andy Ruiz, and he was telling me like since that fight was announced, listen, don't sleep on Andy. Andy could fight, and my whole reaction, my whole response every time was just he's fat, like really like what Scott Steiner said about Samoa Joe. He's fat. Like I've been saying that the whole time. Like I didn't give him any chance. But I'm like, God damn it, this fat boy did it. He's in terrible shape. Isn't it funny? Isn't it funny that now both two Latin heavyweight champions in history have been Ruiz, fucking John Ruiz and Andy Ruiz. What the fuck?
Shout out to Andy Ruiz for going ahead and making history by getting rid of Anthony Joshua.
You know what's ironic? The guy who God, Pat is not here. Pat, the only one who tried to gas the fight.
What can Pat do?
Exactly.
Come here and get this slaughter? He can't
That's
do nothing.
what I'm saying.
You know why? You know why Pat ain't gonna show up tonight? Because Pat been running his mouth, calling Deontay Wilder Randall Bailey. The heavyweight Randall Bailey. But guess what? You stand the European Seth Mitchell.
Oh, I like
flat
that.
out. Flat out.
So
like who's he beat? Carlos Takam? No, man, I'm not pausing. I'm not doing none of that. We about to talk about his resume. We ain't having no type of calm debate about nothing. This is Anthony Joshua versus Deontay Wilder. This dude beat nobody. He beat Vladimir Klitschko damn near 2 years off the couch, and he barely beat him. Then he beat who?
I'm not gonna call him. I'm not gonna call him European Seth Mitchell.
Hey, I'm gonna call him what I want to call him. He ain't beat nobody.
I'm just gonna call him Frank Bruno.
I'm gonna call him Andy Ruiz's leftovers. That's what I'm gonna call him.
Straight up.
Like, what's anybody gonna say? What's he done? Who's he beat?
Do you think what's it called? That Anthony Joshua, he has an immediate rematch clause, I believe.
Eddie Hearn in the interview was saying November 7th.
Yeah, well, what did you guys think about the way that Eddie Hearn was handling himself during that interview?
I thought that was a bit disrespectful, man, to Ruiz. I didn't like that, man. Like, but then
Joshua, after getting knocked the fuck out and being clearly concussed, coming and grabbing the microphone from Ruiz was mad disrespectful.
I mean, it don't even matter anymore. You can't disrespect me after I already whooped your ass and knocked you out.
Exactly.
You can't disrespect me at that point.
He's trying to be I'm lost. I'm trying to be as gracious as I can in defeat. Nah, brother. That ain't gonna work.
Yeah, get back over to the UK, get yourself together, learn how to move your head, then come back over to the United States and then tell us how you are. Because over here, where I see Deontay Wilder fight people like Andy Ruiz, he's 41-0. When I see you come over here for the first time, you're 0-1, knocked out by Andy Ruiz on short notice. The great Anthony Joshua, the Olympic gold medalist, who has this great resume in 3 of the 4 belts. How many belts you got now?
0.
None.
You weren't prepared for Andy Ruiz? All these fighters you fought, your whole resume, and you couldn't beat Andy Ruiz?
You couldn't hurt him.
Excuse.
You couldn't hurt him outside of that knockdown.
They in the chat calling him Kwame Brown.
Damn.
Yeah. I was saying,
the closest thing to this is when Amir Imam lost to Granados. I still don't even see it that, man. Joshua was hyped to the moon.
Hell no. What you was about to say, P?
No, I'm just laughing. It's funny to me.
Man.
So, did you guys think that something was off with Joshua in this fight?
No. He just got beat.
Well, no, I mean from the moment of the first knockdown, he looked like he was in a completely different place than where he actually was.
I would be too, because think about how that knockdown occurred. You know what I'm saying? He just scored a knockdown. And then, after that knockdown, Ruiz seemed to just say fuck it by that point and scored a knockdown. He looked like that shit just completely zapped his soul, dog. Like he wasn't, I wouldn't,
Man,
nobody saw it, but he just got out.
Ruiz
He just
stood
got,
there.
exactly. That's what
He
probably was
stood there.
most impressive. Yep.
Yeah, he stood there again. The whole thing that these Anthony Joshua fans used to say was Joshua's going to do. He can't take punches from Andy Ruiz. He couldn't take a punch from Dylan White. He couldn't take the punches from Vladimir Klitschko. He was rocked
Joshua,
against
yep,
Povetkin, I believe.
Parker had hit him a few times too.
Parker,
Yeah.
how are you going to take a Deontay Wilder right hand?
Yeah.
Get this dude out of here, man.
I don't.
This dude out of here.
Joshua is sent. Even if he wins the rematch, which I don't think so, he's sent to the strong rebuilding phase.
Yeah, I mean he can be rebuilt, but
rebuild him against who? He
no,
ain't fought nobody.
that's what I'm saying. Like if he has to fight, like even the rematch against Ruiz now, after seeing this, looks pretty bleak. And then if you think, okay, after he got whooped like this, like if he fought a Dillian White,
yeah, he's gonna have to be the guy that he's got to be the hoe in negotiations. He got to get holed out and go fight these people.
Exposed.
Yeah, I'm saying to rebuild himself.
How about this?
He's gonna have to
Maybe
go
he
get
should have
it.
took that $50 million offer from Deontay Wilder.
Yeah.
Remember all that talk? Deontay Wilder should have took this. Deontay Wilder should have took that. Who should have took the deal? Who should have took the deal? Who blew it?
I mean, shit.
Wilder fought Fury and Ortiz, and he didn't blow the fight. You couldn't make it through Andy Ruiz.
Yeah, but you know what? Andy Ruiz, he's set. He's set forever. He fucking set. I wouldn't give him an immediate rematch. I'd take that shit to legal. I don't know what I'd do. I have to get. You got to pay me $20 million to get back in the damn ring.
Ain't no immediate rematch. You know why? Because Kubrat Pulev was the mandatory for the IBF. So Andy Ruiz can just fight him. You can't tell me I got to fight you and then get stripped of a belt.
Exactly.
Yep, exactly. What up, Tyson Fury?
Yep. You're right.
So it hasn't been a good year for Team Pat Scorpio. With GGG taking the beat from Canelo. And then Anthony Joshua getting KO'd. And then, Pat, he's probably somewhere drowning in the Henny White or the Merlot.
The Merlot, know that, man.
But at the end of the day, man, this is why you don't blindly stand a UK fighter. It just is what it is. I don't care what any UK fans say. Until you come over to the United States and start winning, I can't take you serious because every time you come over here, something like this happens. Look what just happened with Anthony Joshua. Y'all told us for 2 years how he was the greatest thing in heavyweight boxing. Y'all tried to force him on us from the other side of the pond. Y'all tried to force Anthony Joshua on us. Y'all tried to force me to believe he was better than Deontay Wilder.
I mean, I don't even know if Anthony Joshua versus Charles Martin in the United States turns out the same way.
Man, you know what? I can't even revise history. I'm gonna be one to tell you.
Shit.
No. I'm not.
Joshua has that UK when he has his power when he's at home.
No, what I'm saying is I can't even revise history. I was one that felt that I would have picked Joshua over Wilder. You know what I'm saying? I picked Joshua over Wilder if they were to fight for reasons like that. I felt that Joshua was the better boxer, but I did always. But the caveat was what it always is with Wilder. If you know what I'm saying, if he catch you, it's over with. And that was y'all always said it. Joshua don't move his head, and he paid for it. He paid for it. He's mechanical. He's mechanical. Right. Mechanical. his quickness is he's like Dwight Howard. You know what I'm saying? Like they both are mechanical. That's exactly who he is. The boxing Dwight Howard,
Right, the
dog.
boxing Dwight Howard, the big shoulders
Yeah,
and everything, all
yeah,
muscular, but
yep.
at the end of
Yo,
the day, you got to have finesse. I don't see how.
Exactly.
I think that last knockout, and I was rewatching it on the Free Smoke Boxing feed.
Holla.
That last knockout, yeah, he caught him with the right hand, and I'm thinking if Andy Ruiz can crack you with that right hand right there, come on, man,
Imagine
you
what
don't stand a
Deontay
chance
Wilder
against
might be
Deontay
able to
Wilder.
do.
He hit him. Andrew Ruiz countered him at will, and he was backing AJ up from like the second round on.
Yo,
And you know what they're
so
gonna say? They're gonna
He was
say, well, Andy Ruiz has skills that Deontay Wilder doesn't have. Deontay
Yep.
Wilder knocked out his skilled opponent. He knocked out Luis
I
Ortiz.
mean,
He
Look what
knocked out
happened.
his Ruiz, and Luis
I mean,
Ortiz.
so
Exactly.
all the what's it called? All the shit that Deontay Wilder got the past week for rematching Ortiz. I always said that Ortiz would give Joshua a hell of a time. Now I think it's
Bless you.
confirmed that
Thank you.
that Ortiz would fuck Joshua up.
And Ortiz is unfortunately, well, not a loser in this situation because he can still beat Wilder and then go fight whatever. But this could have been him tonight. I'm just saying that this could have been him tonight.
Yo, shout out to Mook for going at Pat's neck in the comments.
Yeah, I just
He
say that.
is.
Mook silly. Yeah, y'all gotta check the comments, man. Our fans, shout out Pot Roast again. Shout out Mook. That's Angel Perez, y'all. He
Yeah.
funny. Follow him on Twitter too.
Yeah.
And shout out to Trick as well, and everybody else that's tuned in, man. At the end of the day, we just excited because we was hyped about. We weren't hyped about this fight because
No
we thought it was going to be like a one-sided Anthony Joshua
domination.
showcase. Turns
Yeah.
out it was a showcase fight for Andy Ruiz. It was a showcase for him. Unfortunately, so what really happened was Andy Ruiz showed us that on short notice, Anthony Joshua can't beat him. Basically.
Straight up. And he came in and he had clearly been punched in the face during sparring because he had little mouses underneath his eyes. And I don't know. AJ just looked off the entire time. Did you guys get that same impression? Yo,
Hey, what is that? You got
Yo,
to put your
what?
phone on mute. It's too
Hold
loud
up,
in the
my
background.
brother. That's me. A block party in the back. Sorry, give me a second. I'm on the balcony.
Oh man.
Yo, so with the way that AJ was acting after he got it, he lost, and in between the rounds, do you guys think that he got a concussion or a few?
A concussion.
Yeah.
Man, I don't know.
Well, did
I
you
don't know
see
what
his eyes?
He just looked like he got his ass beat to me. He had the ass beat eyes.
Yeah.
He looked like he was stuck on stupid.
You should be.
Everybody was. We all had that face.
Yeah, I mean, but we had just smoked and drank. He had just gotten into a physical fight.
Deontay Wilder's talk that
Man.
shit on your Twitter, bro. Talk that shit.
Hey, Deontay Wilder
already
won,
start
man.
popping shit?
One face, one name, one champ. Deontay Wilder. Now, when he goes to fight Andy Ruiz, and he beats Andy Ruiz, I don't want to hear anybody saying anything. I don't want to hear any. I would like to see Deontay Wilder next ranked number 1 by Ring Magazine, please. I would like to see Deontay Wilder on the pound for pound list, please. And I would like to see the proper respect given to Deontay Wilder. Again, 41-0, 40 knockouts, bronze medalist, undefeated, highest KO ratio, not only in heavyweight history, but in boxing history. Yeah. I mean, what is it to say?
Well, I mean,
He
yeah,
got to
that
go
man
ahead
his
and
props.
prove this. I give him his props. He still got some business to take care of in that Fury rematch if he gets undefeated. That's his only thing. He can do
Yeah,
that.
Well,
You
yeah.
know what I'm
so
saying?
my
Because it
whole
wasn't too long ago. We all felt that he, was thoroughly outbought. But hey, he didn't. He left that arena with an O still. But
whether it's between, I mean, PBC is gonna make Ruiz Wilder happen. Someone's
or
gonna need to
whoever.
dispute
Yeah,
it.
I mean, what? Hell, you know what? We never even asked this. Where does Andy Ruiz go next? Who does he fight next?
He's gonna have to fight that IBF mandatory.
Which
That's what he's gonna do.
is,
Pulev. He has the IBF belt, the WBA, and the WBO.
Yep.
So
yep.
he's going to have to fight Pulev, or he might have to fight Usyk.
Oh
Yeah, if I'm
man.
Usyk, I'm jumping right. If I'm Usyk, I'm trying to
Right,
get pushed right to the front of the line. If I'm him,
right. And you know the WO does that.
I'm
When you
going.
move up from another division, you can be a mandatory.
Yeah, you are. Yep. Uh-huh.
The WBC, WBA, and the WBO do that, I believe. IBF is the only one. Well, not the only one, but IBF comes with its own special type of fuckery.
Man, you know what's crazy is that
Anthony Joshua lost to Andy Ruiz like an hour and a
Andy
half ago.
Ruiz dropped him 4 times, man.
4 times,
That
bro.
fight was sold out,
None of them were cheap knockdowns. They were all ones where,
and he was knocked down himself.
it was like, so, Mal called me like right after it happened.
Yes.
We talked about it for a couple minutes. I was like mad
It was.
confused of what had just happened, but I didn't score any rounds for Anthony Joshua.
No, me
Like
neither.
maybe the second, maybe. But did you guys see that Joshua at any point during the fight, with the exception of when he shot that knockdown, that he did well? Because I don't think so.
He don't like to get hit. That's what I'm noticing with Joshua. He don't like to get hit. And I'm not saying you're supposed to,
He
but
didn't even
he got,
fight through it, man. He didn't even
right. He
fight
got
through it.
he got that at least Amir Khan gets slumped. But out, like Jesus, I don't. Hey man, quit. He
So
quit. He quit.
yeah. So did you guys think that the referee stopping it was controversial in any way, shape, form,
Nope.
or fashion?
Nah, he
No.
got his ass
Because
whooped.
he
It
saved him from
is what it
himself.
is.
He saved him
So
from himself.
I mean, I haven't, DAZN's a little bit different. I haven't really rewound it a bunch of times, all that stuff. But it seems like the ref gave Joshua plenty of time, like
Yeah.
way more than 10 seconds to get his shit together. Then he was like, "Hey, come here, show me that you want to box." And Joshua just kind of stood there like he was confused.
But he did say yeah. He said yeah.
He said,
Joshua did
"Yeah,"
say
and he
yeah.
didn't
But he
move
was
forward.
deemed not. He was deemed not. It was good. It was a good stoppage because he was saving him from himself because he was going to get knocked out.
And
Yeah,
this dude,
I
whole
agree.
career so far is beating Vladimir Klitschko 2 years off the couch, man.
I mean, all of that's gone.
Gone.
Yeah.
Like he's like, after I gotta go do it again. I mean, yeah, you can beat those level fighters, those D and C heavyweights. But well, I can't even say that because Andy Ruiz is a C heavyweight to me. I didn't think he was a Luis Ortiz. I don't think he's a Tyson Fury. I don't think he's a Usyk. I don't think he's a Deontay Wilder.
Who talking about Andy Ruiz?
Andy Ruiz.
Right.
I don't.
Like it's
But
no.
but at the end of the day, with Joshua hiding that chin that he has, and it being proven
Ooh,
that it can be
man.
cracked, it's over. Because at this point of the game, with no head movement and the suspect chin,
Push
that's it. People are
punches.
going to headhunt you.
And plus, then you get shook whenever you get hit. Like, yo,
You big and muscular for no reason.
pause. No, nope. Actually, nope. Negative pause there. You
So,
you spend all that time lifting weights and all that stuff, and you can't take a punch. Like you don't know how to have proper boxing balance to deal with getting hit in the face. And so this is kind of like a not a microcosm. It's a perfect example of why everyone who knows boxing well has been kind of like, Anthony Joshua getting gassed up like this. I don't know. Because, like News said, he doesn't move his head. He pushes his punches. He's not really fast.
right,
And when you catch him, he gets off balance real quick. Because if you look at the knockdowns that occurred outside of the first one, he got pushed into a situation of being off balance and then got hit in a position that you wouldn't, i.e., a little bit like outside the equilibrium area because he was off balance because he was kind of like swaying back and forth. So I think that Anthony Joshua, going forward, he's gonna need to make a big change.
Yeah.
I don't know,
He,
man. I can't see like even when we talk about like you said, if he's going to rebound or where he starts from. I mean, do we put him against a Naki? Does he really beat a Does he really beat a big baby? Like, does he really beat a big baby with the amount of punches that Big Baby intended to throw on steroids? Would he have beat Big
yeah.
Baby? I doubt it.
I was
Same with
thinking about that.
Kalnaki. Kalnaki also
Yeah,
has a high punch out foot for a
I doubt
heavyweight
it.
too.
Right, I doubt it. The skill of Andy Ruiz, would he have been able to deal with Usyk? I doubt it. I
Hell
already
no.
thought Usyk would be able to beat him, but this
Hell
furthers
no.
it because Andy Ruiz is pretty much about the same. I mean, of course, he's heavier. He's obviously heavier, but they're about the same size as far as height
Yep, around
and reach.
6'2"
So
is right.
I can see Usyk giving Anthony Joshua that work. So if anything, Anthony Joshua's going to have to fight Dylan White again.
Oh God.
Like that's all I can see them
So
going.
here's the
I
thing.
can't see him doing anything else.
Dylan White now he knows from watching this fight, all you have to do is stay inside of Anthony Joshua's
Right.
punches.
That's it.
Because if he can't get the uppercut off, he's toast on the inside. He don't like body shots. We saw that.
Did you see the way that Ruiz was pretty much just doing a half step back every time that Joshua punched? Like he was, I mean, Ruiz was looking like he was doing like the Floyd front pivot back there.
Listen, Andrew Ruiz didn't. I didn't think he would win because going into the fight, I remember watching him against Joseph Parker, and while I felt that he was neck and neck with Parker, he kind of gassed in the championship rounds. I just thought that AJ, being the bigger puncher, would score a knockout. Midway through the fight, kind of around these rounds. But yeah, I
Mm-hmm.
definitely was not giving Ruiz a chance. Thought AJ was that much better, but as the saying goes, man, that's how it is in boxing. That's why you just always got to tune in, man. Support these cards because you can miss shit like this,
Yo,
man.
to quote our boy Pat Scorpio, who's a big Anthony Joshua fan, boxing is the theater of the unexpected
Yeah,
Exactly.
because you never know what's
Exactly.
gonna happen.
Shout out to Andy Ruiz. Shout out to Andy Ruiz um, for the performance. He said he was going to go to the Mexican White House if it is one. That was funny, but that's funny. But it's like at the end of the day, man, that man is about to go to bed. The heavyweight, excuse me, the three-time heavyweight champion of the world, because that's what he is. He has three belts. He's a three-time
yeah.
champion now.
And Joshua is a big loser tonight, but I think we all can agree Eddie Hearn is the bigger loser.
Definitely,
Like he is the
I don't
definitely.
bigger,
What about the
there.
zone?
the bigger, because Canelo, they separate. They separate entities basically. Golden Boy and Eddie Hearn. You know what I'm saying? That's not. I don't look at them together. So yeah,
Matchroom took a huge L or whatever.
yes, Yes, Matchroom and DAZN. Yeah, news. I agree. DAZN. How can you sell it now? AJ was the reason why you was pushing this.
Yo, that what's it called? That $20 a month. That shit got chopped back down real quick.
You thought you was gonna have Canelo and Joshua to build up, wanted to pay, justifying paying $20 a month if you didn't pay for the $100.
Yep,
Can't do it.
can't do it. Yo, Eddie Hearn brought out the tuxedo and all that stuff. Like his number one homie was getting married, and it turned out that his boy got concussed.
Yeah.
Yo,
Yeah, that is crazy. That
Talk
is
about one
crazy
of
though,
those
because that's
reality
their whole
shows.
thing about. That's the whole everything they've been building in the UK has been based around Anthony Joshua. Or I'm sorry, well at
Mhm.
least Eddie Hearn.
Eddie Hearn.
They haven't
Right.
shown any other fighter the same type of promotional level over in the United States as they've been pushing Anthony Joshua. The way they talked about Anthony Joshua and the arrogance that Eddie Hearn had in being so dismissive of Deontay Wilder for so long,
Anti-competitive.
only for it all to blow up and burn up in your face with you coming to the
Everything
United States for the first time and losing to an Andy Ruiz of all fighters
in the
by
knockout.
knockout at that
In the
in
seventh round.
Madison Square Garden.
Knockout. No lucky punch either.
You just come over and just get your ass whooped in front of
Right.
the entire United States of America, in front of a sold
By
out
someone who,
Madison Square Garden in the Mecca of boxing.
by someone who's like 6 inches shorter than you.
Boy,
That's some
if I
karma.
was if I was goddamn big baby mama, I'd make a Twitter account going at his neck, talking all that cash shit.
Yo, so news, you kind of alluded to it before, but this makes you really wonder if Big Baby, if Jarrell Miller, um, if he hadn't been popping so many PEDs, could he have flustered Anthony Joshua and beat him
Yeah.
the way that he
Yeah,
brought punches?
Hell
I
yeah.
think so.
Yeah.
He could take the punch.
Yeah,
So
Anthony Joshua. I'm sorry, Jarrell Miller does not stop punching.
yeah,
So, and if he was going to be extra well, I don't. We can't even say if he will be extra juiced up because we don't know how he was before. So, if he was normally juiced,
yeah,
like I guess must have been before. Regardless, the dude throw a lot of punches for a heavyweight, and he could take a punch.
and he's
Anthony Joshua
300
can't.
pounds.
He can't take a punch. He don't like to be hit. He just don't react good to being hit, man. He don't. So no, hell no, no,
I'm
man.
gonna just say this: the realist, like Anthony Joshua, no disrespect, but like Idris Elba, you know, that's the realest cat from the UK, and that's straight back for those,
Move over, Broner, getting beat up by my Donna. That shit is forever gone. This
Yeah,
shit
we will never
replaces
need to
that.
mention that again.
Ever mention that again? No, that is done. No, we.
Oh man, A B. Oh man,
Mm-hmm.
yo, this is shades of Buster Douglas, Mike Tyson.
Buster Douglas, Mike Tyson. I know, right?
I mean, yo,
Anthony
shout
Joshua
out
was
to
a
the
was a
champ side.
25-1 favorite.
Yeah, you wasn't watching this fight if you were a casual boxer. Straight up, you wasn't because of who the fuck is Andy Ruiz. You wouldn't watch it if you was a casual person.
Yo, so
You wouldn't.
actually, so just more than more than that, like on a deeper level, even if you were a big boxing head, like we all know someone that's part of the crew that is a huge Anthony Joshua fan who was gonna go to the fight if he had fought Jarrell Miller, but since he fought Andy Ruiz, he didn't decide to go to it, and thankfully he didn't because his boy lost. But it's crazy how that
But
worked out.
yeah, but shout out to y'all. Despite that, shout out to my boys,
Yeah,
y'all who actually go to fights. You know what I'm saying? Who actually go to fights, who get to see this kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yep.
y'all been in the house for big ass cards So y'all know how the atmosphere and how the crowd get. So y'all know how it is in New York
Well,
right now because
so
y'all
You
been
know,
in these fights, these
you know
big
what?
fights.
I'm thinking that we're gonna have to cut this fade hour short a little bit so we can leave some ammo for Monday
Yeah,
oh, shout out
because
to ammo on
please do.
yeah.
We
So
might go 2 hours.
right. So and we're gonna have to talk about this on Monday with Pat in the building and
Yeah,
with P
Mm-hmm.
not at the cookout.
God, somebody got thrown through the
yo,
table. Somebody
My bad.
exploded.
Yeah, my
About to
battery
say,
died.
oh, bro, I thought y'all sound like y'all was having a damn hardcore match back there. With somebody, damn.
yo,
P man. P always somewhere in New York.
Yeah,
Yeah,
It
back
always
there.
sounds like New York in his background too, though.
Exactly. He back there
When
wrestling
you
the very
imagine New
palm.
York, it sounds like New York in your background, P, all the time.
always.
Yeah,
So that's why
you
you
can't
know it's
help
authentic.
that. Like, yeah. But yeah, I'm with you on that. Saving some stuff for Monday. Cause
Yeah,
dog,
we gotta say something for Monday. Monday, P. We'll let you get the last word since
yeah,
you've been gone for a minute, and then we're
that's
gonna go
it.
ahead and
Oh,
sign out
Yeah.
for the night till
okay.
Monday.
I mean, listen. I only have one thing to say. If this has taught us anything, it is that none of these guys are infallible. Nobody is guaranteed to win every fight. So this marinating shit has to be. Yep, this is another example of why marinating doesn't work. It was marinated
No,
for too long, and yep, and now that fight, now this big fight that everybody's been waiting for. Now, who knows when it will happen, if at all.
Right.
So this is just a constant reminder. I guess the boxing gods have thrown it back into our face. So it is what it is. But now everything's got to start from scratch, unfortunately.
yeah,
So that's all I got to say about that. It is what it is.
what
yep.
up, y'all? It's your boy Smoke. Free Smoke Boxing. Shout out to all the people out there that were in continuous doubt of Anthony Joshua's skills and his real ability as a boxer. We saw tonight that boxing is really the theater of the unexpected for our boy Pat. And yeah, that anything can happen, and especially in the heavyweight division. So the heavyweight division is cracking again, and let's hope that they start fighting each other. Have a wonderful evening. It's your boy Smoke.
Yeah, I want to hear what you got to say, Lennox Lewis. I definitely want to hear what you got to say. Boy, all these heavyweights. Oh man, I can't wait to the make. As I ain't got nothing to say. I'm gonna wait till Monday. I'm gonna wait till Monday.
Right. Well, this your boy News representing Ringside Rave. I'd like to thank P. He's representing, of course, Bodega Boxing. Smoke, representing, of course, Free Smoke Boxing. Maul, of course, representing Bruising Boxing.
Yeah,
Everybody's down with Ringside Rave. So, we all a family, including you, the listener. I definitely thank y'all for tuning in, man. I, uh, I didn't get to speak to the fellas about this, but while me and Miss News was in the car having a smoke session, I sat and I thought about it, and I'm thinking that Monday and Fridays, the fade hour would be good, and so we want to consistently do that every Monday, every Friday.
yeah.
So y'all
That's
need to,
right. Start the
huh?
week off. Start the
Yep,
work week in the work week.
yep. Started and faded and ended faded. You
Yep.
know what I mean? So I definitely want to do that. We do that
Sir.
consistently. We're gonna do that for y'all, and make sure y'all hit us up on Twitter. You know, you can follow us on Twitter. Follow us. We're also on Spotify. You can find the Ringside Rave podcast. And make sure you subscribe and hit the notifications. Definitely on YouTube, because that's how you'll be able to hear this podcast. This is the realest, the truest podcast out here. Man, we don't
Hey.
BS. We don't play no games. We talk the truth, and
Mhm.
we give props when props are due. But we
Yeah.
also talk, hey, if you look at it as hate, then you just can't relate, because it's the truth, man. We just speak the truth about it. And it's your boy News. Again, it's episode 56 of the Fade Hour. Andy Ruiz shocks the world. Anthony Joshua is stopped. It went down. and this going down, and we out. We'll see y'all Monday.
One.
Peace.
Yep.